This video wasn't supposed to come out for another 2 months, but in light of recent world events, Charlie Kirk assassination, as well as the continued polarization of today's political sphere and social sphere, I felt it necessary to drop this video today. Please hear it out fully. Please hear it with your heart. Feel into it. And maybe even more importantly, share it. Share it especially on Facebook. It's where a lot of political polarization seems to be happening right now. And this is the message that humanity needs and the world needs from humanity. So please listen to it fully. Please share it. Please feel it. It's an opportunity that most of humanity doesn't know that they have. It's the third option. It's stepping outside of the left versus right, the polarization. Please watch it till its end. All my love. Meditate with me. Breathe. The revolution. Humanity's next step. They've trapped you in a game, and your willingness to play it keeps you there. Lately it's been this political divide. Highly orchestrated. With deeper motives than these news channels are reporting on. On the surface, it appears as left versus right, black versus white, my religion versus yours, my team versus your team, my country versus your country, rich versus poor, and someday soon, our world versus theirs. When will you wake up? These are surface level distinctions. These are games. There are deeper motives here. If you're politically captivated, you're in the game. You're a pawn. You're a player. And this is what they want. This is how they harvest the energy. When will you wake up? I'll tell you. You'll wake up when you realize the enemy is illusory. The enemy is your own divided mind. The enemy is a story you've bought into. Why did Jesus say, turn the other cheek? Because even in the harshest circumstances, like those of physical violence and prosecution, you have a choice. You always have a choice. The choice is to play the game and thereby enter into it, or refuse the polarization altogether and thereby transcend it. You see, human life is an exploration of consciousness. I'm sure many of you have seen these Dolores Cannon videos where she kind of describes Earth like a school. And I think she's quite right. The test is, can you escape duality? the illusory nature of duality? Can you escape the game of polarization? Especially these surface level polarizations, these political polarizations. Can you transcend the game of us versus them? How long will you be slave to it before you wake up and realize that you are both the prosecutor and the prosecuted? Perhaps you played different roles in different lifetimes, but in this one, you've come across a new opportunity. It's called waking up. So what will you do? What choice will you make? Will you continue to play their game? And for how much longer? To what degree? There will always be a new polarizing event. And we could call that the test. How many of you will pass it via transcendence of the polarization that's being offered to you? By no longer taking the bait. If you're familiar with my previous videos or my previous talks, you've surely heard me say the phrase radical acceptance. That is the third option here. It's not just left or right. The third option is transcendence, i.e., radical acceptance. Another term that could be equally fitting here is unconditional forgiveness. Or pure awareness. Notice that the energy of all of these things, whether it's radical acceptance, unconditional forgiveness, or pure awareness, the energy of these things is complete freedom. It's the third option. It's transcending the polarization. It's self-realization, as some might term it. Or at least it's the gateway to self-realization. So when will you know that you passed the test? When you no longer take the bait when the next polarizing event is being shown to you. When the world implies that you should pick a side, and instead you choose to step back and see that both sides arise in one essence, your essence, awareness. So you'll pass the test when you no longer take the bait. And when that happens, notice what remains. Unconditional love, unconditional freedom, in more traditional words, liberation. This is a freedom that no system, no political system can chain up. No talking heads on the news stations can offer up a headline, a breaking news banner that'll cause you to polarize through anger. What can they sell you then? What can they offer you then that isn't already what you ultimately are? And you'll know this because you'll be this. And this is what's been here the whole time, under all the noise. It's the truth of who you are. So, the next time the world dangles the bait and implies that you should pick a side, just remember, you can choose to step out of the game altogether. And the moment you do, you're not just claiming your own personal freedom. This is not a selfish act. You crack the whole illusion. And through that crack, the light of radical acceptance, unconditional forgiveness, pure awareness pours through you. You become that light in what some see as a dark world. That light is felt by others and you as love. This is the ultimate teaching that the enlightened ones came to offer humanity. This is the next step for humanity. And this is your opportunity every day. Every day presents you with the choice: take the bait or transcend it. This is the real revolution. This is the next step for humanity. Breathe. All my love. If you found this video helpful, please consider liking, subscribing, and sharing. Thank you. All my love.